Hey girls, welcome back to Excuse My Charisma. I hope you're grabbing yourself a vodka and a spritzer and you're joining me for some chill girl time. Excuse my charisma. I know that I haven't uploaded for the past week or two, but it was the holidays. Things were getting hectic, safe to say, but I'm back and I'm better than ever and I'm ready to spend some girl time with you. So if you're ready to spend some with me, then let's start off our first episode of the new year 2025 with none other than the Buzz segment. The Buzz segment is where I talk to you about the latest basketball drama, tea, news from the WNBA, NBA, college hoops, high school hoops, all of it, basketball or nothing. The first topic that I want to talk about is A'ja Wilson and Caitlin Clark getting their jerseys retired. They're getting their jerseys retired on February 22nd of 2025, and it was sort of a conversation, sort of a discourse online. I know that I saw one of my favorite sports creators, Mariah Rose, speak out on it, and she was just saying that Caitlin Clark has had an insane and amazing year, and things are just moving so fast for her, and she's already getting her jersey retired. But for A'ja Wilson, on the other hand, she has been in the league 7 years and she's just now getting her jersey retired, and it's just crazy, the comparison of the two. And she also made sure to say that she was not hating on Caitlin, and neither am I. I love Caitlin, she loves Caitlin, we all love Caitlin, everyone loves Caitlin, we know this. But it's a good thing to point out that her career is moving so fast, and Mariah made it a point to say, why are we giving her everything in 1 year? Like, she doesn't have so many years ahead of her, like she's just gonna disappear. And I couldn't agree more. I think that we need to slow it down, not because she doesn't deserve these things, but it's just moving really fast and that could take some sort of toll on her, and I just want her to be preserved, and last so many years in the W. I want to talk about the UConn versus USC game that happened on December 21st. It was a stressful game. If you are anything like me, if you are a UConn fan, it was very stressful, but nonetheless, USC came out with the win. I made a prediction before I watched the game, and I obviously said UConn was going to win, but I did make sure to say that it's very, very possible, like very high chances that USC could win, because this is how I feel. When you play a team and like you don't win, if you are about to like rematch or come back and play them again, then it's just like you're hungry, you're just like, nah, like I can't let them beat me twice, or I can't let them beat me 3 times. I just feel like it's just normal for teams to just have like comebacks. And I do think that if USC and UConn play each other again this year, UConn will win. Hopefully I see them again in March Madness, but still, that's just how I feel. But let's talk about the actual game. It was insane. The first quarter was not looking too good for UConn. The girls were it was a little sporadic. It was a little messy. It wasn't their best. They were down significantly, and I was really surprised that they even got up the way that they were playing that game. Just being honest. But yeah, the fourth quarter came around and we got into a little bit of a predicament. The predicament being that UConn had a chance to win the game if Sarah Strong made her free throws. But they only would have won, I'm guessing, if Sarah Strong made these free throws and they played excellent defense if USC got possession of the ball again, because it would have been tied and then it probably would have went to overtime, but it didn't. But after Sarah Strong shot her free throws, which she made one of them and she didn't make the second one that could have tied the game, UConn regained possession of the ball and the shot clock was going down. It was at this point it was done. There was no hope, and she just lets the ball go. She's basically half court at this point and she doesn't make it. So the game ends, press conferences are happening and people on social media are talking and people are saying, oh my God, Sarah Strong sold, da 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 da. And it's just like, guys, at the end of the day, yes, Sarah Strong is an amazing, amazing basketball player and she's a dog, but it should have never come down to being all on her for their win, It's a team game. It's never gonna be one person's fault that the game wasn't won, to me. I don't play basketball, so maybe it could be. If you play basketball, let me know if it does feel that way, if one person on your team could sell the game. I personally don't think that. It's really a team playing sport, and I just think one person is not gonna affect your Like, you know, it's not going to affect what you have going on as a team. It could, but not in such a drastic way, such as winning or losing. Speaking of UConn, I want to shed some light on some amazing performances by our UConn girls, Ashlyn Shade and Sarah Strong. Again, at the game that they had December 17th against Iowa State, Ashlyn Shade and Sarah were going off. They put on a show, and I loved watching it. I was obsessed. Sarah Strong dropped 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists, and Ashlyn Shade dropped 27 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. Insane. It was beautiful. It was great. The shots were going in automatic. They were flowing. Now, the USC game, the shots weren't flowing. But this Iowa State game, oh, they came in and killed and left. It was great. I loved watching it. I can't wait to continue to watch Sarah Strong's entire collegiate career, and I can't wait to see the amazing things that she accomplishes and does. She's already insane, and I love seeing it. And she's also a North Carolina native, so, you know, got to rep for the homeland, I guess. This is sort of some bad news, but personally, this is my rookie of the year. I don't care what anyone says. Jared McCain has been injured. He has a season-ending injury, and it's a meniscus tear in his left knee. He did his surgery a couple days ago, and, you know, he's posting on TikTok, you know, just like he does. I'm so glad to see that he's somewhat, you know, doing well, and I can't wait to see him back next season, because I feel like the season just started, and it really breaks my heart to see his season end so soon, because he was balling. But his injury is a testament to the fact that he was balling, because he was like, it was just some mind-blowing shit he was doing on the court, and I loved watching it, and it was so exciting. I can't wait to see him back next year. Okay, also in the NBA, my team, we got to come back to the home team for a second. The Hornets are on a insane losing streak. Now, if you didn't know, if you haven't seen my first video, this is my first year really paying this much attention to the NBA. So maybe the Hornets are this terrible every year, but this is actually crazy to me. Like I said, everyone's injured, and I don't know why they're so injured all the time. I've asked and talked to so many people about this, and no one can seem to give me an answer, and maybe it's because the players themselves don't even know. I was hoping that our favorites would come off the bench and come back and be cleared to play, and we would go on some type of, at least like a slight run, like maybe like a 3-4 winning streak, just to show people, you know, what we're made of, and maybe that we're not really some butt, but we are some butt. I don't, like, it's actually crazy. Like, this is the pattern I've noticed with watching the Hornets this season. They will put up some sort of fight, and then just for some reason it just goes downhill. Like, they just stop. Like, it's like, it's crazy. And like, I follow this account, it's called Charlotte Hornets Only, and what their reports after the game, they're hilarious. They literally, look, I'm going to show you this. The caption on this picture is hilarious. If you're a Hornets fan, go follow that account. It's literally so real, and it's a Charlotte Hornet update. So if you want to know what's going on, go follow them. Speaking of the Charlotte Hornets and our beloved LaMelo Ball, it's rumored that his brother, Lonzo Ball, is going to be traded and come to Charlotte. Now, I am a Ball brother enthusiast, and so I think this is a great idea. I want them to be on the same team because it's just closer to making LeVar's dream come true. And then once they get on the same team, we just got to get Jello back in the G League with the Swarm, and through the Swarm, he'll get to the Hornets. I think it's a great idea, and also the Hornets are just really bad right now, and I think Lonzo in his prime would be a great addition to the Hornets. And like, maybe even now he would be a great addition, but like, I don't know. I have like anxiety, so like whenever I watch like people who have been injured just get back on the court and just play like it's nothing, like, oh, like it scares me. It's just like, oh my God, I would be terrified if I were you. That is all I have for you today in the Buzz segment. So we're going to take our talking talents over to the next segment, the How's Your Heart segment. This is where we check in with ourselves, with each other, just to see how we've been. And since, for me, it's the end of the year, for you it's already 2025, we're just going to reflect on my year of 2024. How have I been? I've been great. I've been learning a lot. I've went through so many different things this year, mentally, emotionally, all of that, but I've overcome it, and I'm here, and I'm in a great spot right now. I'm in a great headspace, and I'm really excited to just get everything popping in 2025. I'm went through some type of like awakening these past 2 weeks. Like, I hit complete rock bottom, and I came out just my head being so much clearer and just feeling so different about certain things and just seeing things different. I came out with a new perspective, and I'm grateful for that. So I'm great. I can't complain. I'm very grateful for my life. I'm very grateful to be here. And yeah. What am I proud of myself for? I am proud of myself for constantly filling my cup and constantly showing myself love, because I can tell that it's definitely changed the way that I show up in my life and the way that I show up for the people that I love and just for myself even. And it's also just changed the way that I look at life, and I'm just really glad that I'm sitting here with a headspace that isn't negative, and I can look at myself and truly love what I see and love who I am and love what I do. I'm also really proud of myself for even starting Excuse My Charisma, because you're still just now getting to know me, so you don't know, but whenever I was little, I used to have a YouTube channel and I loved it. I would post vlogs, I would post anything. I loved YouTube. I loved editing the videos. I loved posting the videos, and I would somehow get a good amount of views on each videos, but I never cared. I just loved it, and I loved doing it. And since 2020, I've been through so much change, and I've definitely found myself again. I've lost myself, found myself, came back to myself, reinvented myself, everything. And I'm just so glad that I could come back to something that I know that I love and have the courage to share the things that I like to talk about with you. One thing that I could work on is my reactions and holding grudges. Like, whenever something unfortunate happens to me, like if someone does something that upsets me and like they don't like change the behavior, or if they don't apologize, I will hold a grudge and I will be so upset. And like, even if my brain thinks that I've forgiven you, there's still an underlying like disgust and like hate. And so I want to work on forgiving people, because I hate the way that I hold grudges. I just do, and I wish that I didn't, but yeah, I just got to work on it, and I'm going to. One thing that I'm looking forward to is just 2025 as a whole. Just, I've been speaking it into existence, and I know that 2025 is going to be amazing. And I'm so excited to show all of you all of my talents and just get it going. All right, and now we have arrived at our Just a Girl segment, where I tell you my opinion on things in pop culture, and what I say goes, because I'm just a girl. The first thing that I want to talk about in this segment is the new SZA album. I love SZA, but yeah, I'm gonna give you my top 3 songs on the album. My top 3 are Diamond Boy, BMF, and 30 for 30. I know those songs are really popular, but they're my favorite. My favorite out of all 3 of those is Diamond Boy. Oh my gosh, I don't know what about it, just like, she just really ate when she said, "Baby, if it's OD, tell me. Am I doing too much?" Like, oh my god, like, she ate. She cooked. SZA cooked. Okay, next I want to talk about celebrity crushes. I'm a 16-year-old girl. I'm young, and social media is at its peak. So with that comes celebrity and social media crushes. So I'm going to tell you 3 of mine. Okay, this first one, I don't necessarily have a crush on him anymore, but if you guys have ever seen Euphoria, the actor who plays Ashtray, y'all, I went through this crazy like 2-year-long phase of like genuinely being in love with him. I hope that never happens again. I'm very embarrassed talking about it, but I just had the biggest crush on him for so long, and thank God that's not my situation anymore, because I just hate being obsessed with people. I don't know, I just hate it. But yeah, I just thought he was so cute, and I just thought he was so perfect, and I thought he was so cool. But yeah, I don't know, the light at the end of the tunnel or whatever, because I'm not just saying he's not cute and cool, but I don't have a crush on him anymore, thank God. Next is LaMelo Ball. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if you could tell by the way that I talk about them, but I have a crush on all three of the Ball brothers. I'm not trying to like, you know, do too much because they all three have girlfriends and I like all three of their girlfriends, which is crazy. But I have a crush on them. They're fine. Y'all got some good, like, y'all picked some good men. They're fine. They look good. Last one, if you've seen my episode I did with my best friend, we did like Hear Me Out. Then you know that I have a crush on this person. Even if you follow like my spam account on TikTok, which I doubt that you do, but if anybody who's watching this that like follows my TikTok or anything knows, or who just knows me in general, you know that I have a crush. I have the biggest crush on Jersey Robinson. I just think she's so pretty, like, and she's just so like
blah blah blah, proper name, place name, backstory stuff.
I don't know, like I don't know what word to use, but like I don't know. First of all, I love watching her play basketball. Okay. But yeah, I do have a really big crush on her, and I don't know. I've shot my shot like 6,000 times on TikTok, and I don't care. I'm probably going to keep doing it. She's probably going to think I'm crazy, but I just really have a crush on her. Sorry. Alright, speaking of people that I don't know, I'm going to tell you some of my favorite content creators or favorite people of 2024. Okay, if you've been living under a rock, then you don't know that the Olympics happened in 2024. A big part of the Olympics were gymnastics, and a big part of gymnastics is Suni Lee. I love her, her whole vibe, her whole everything. She's so cute, and I just, it like literally brings tears to my eyes like every time I like just like see a TikTok that like, or an edit of her that's like showing her story and just, you know, all the things that she's been through. She's amazing, and she's an amazing girl to look up to, and she's been one of my favorite people in 2024. Next is Kai Cenat. Also, if you've been living under a rock, then you wouldn't know that Mafiathon happened in November. Mafiathon was like a huge subathon for like Kai Cenat. He's a streamer, and it was a huge success. It was amazing. Even the promo for it had Kim Kardashian in it, and that's how I knew it was gonna be good. But it was amazing. All the streams were hilarious. They were just, it was great content, and it just kind of brought the whole social media world together, and all the celebrities came. It was great. I loved it. Speaking of streamers, Brooklyn Frost has also been one of my favorite people this year. She is so hilarious. She came up with the joke, the who in a bed, who in a bed. I'm obsessed with that because she's so real, and I know she's on the rise, and I know she's about to come up this year, 2025. I can't wait to see all that she has in store for her streaming. Next is not a famous person, but it would just feel wrong to not give this person her flowers because she has brought a smile to my face in the darkest, darkest, darkest of days, and I wanted to put her on this list. Even though she's last, she's definitely number one on the list, and it's my best friend, Natalie. I don't know what I would do without her, and she is just, she's my best friend, and I love talking to her, and I actually really miss her right now. She's in New York, and like,
Bestie, her name is Lee.
Anyways, the last thing that I want to talk about in this segment is the whole LeBron James glaze vibe, whatever that is. The day that I'm filming this video is the day after LeBron James' birthday, so yesterday was a trip, you guys. It was literally, anytime I scrolled, the king, the glorious king, you are my sunshine. I'm just like, oh my god, like if I was this man's children, I would be so confused and embarrassed. Like, not that like my dad's not a great guy, but it's just like there's grown men on TikTok talking about wanting to marry my dad. Like, what's going on? I would be so concerned. I am concerned, and I'm not even his child. I'm very concerned. Just know that if my boyfriend was ever doing any of that stuff, we would have to break up. Not gonna lie. Sorry. Okay, and our last segment of the night is the Such a Girl segment, where I talk to you about my favorite things of the week. In our case, the last 2 weeks that I haven't been on here and talked to you. So I'm going to tell you a song that I've liked, a product, and a person. So my song for the week is The Days Notion Remix by Crystal and Notion. It's such a fun house song. I've always loved house music, and my siblings would make fun of me for it, but it's just good vibes. Like, yeah, I love it. My favorite product is the Finery Sweet on the Outside Body Mist. If you want to know what I smell like, which I doubt you do, but still, it's this Arabian scent. I don't know what it's called, but I'll show you a picture of it. And then I'll show you a picture of the Finery scent, and that is what I layer, and that's what I smell like. It smells so good. Heavenly, sweet, but like tame and just vanilla-y and yummy and delicious, and I'm obsessed. I love it. And you should go get Finery Body Mist. Very great. It's at Target. And my person of the week, which is also my person of the year and the person of my whole life, it's my dad. My dad passed away in 2023, but he literally is my guardian angel, and I know that he's always looking out for me and just being by my side, and I just know that. So he's my person of the week, and I love him and I miss him, and I hope that he would like excuse my charisma. Anyways, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you chilled. I hope you had fun. I hope you laughed, because
I know I did.
all right, bye y'all.